Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be ranking the last 10 palettes that I tried. So if you like this kind of stuff, make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss future videos. So going from number 10 all the way up to number 1, I will say that all of these formulas were good. It really just is the preference of how big the palette is, color story, things like that. So in 10th place, I have Fighter from Cosmetica. And the reason that this was in 10th place is that the color story is very muted and the shimmers don't help that much to brighten it back up. I do still love the palette and I will be keeping it. It just was not my favorite out of these 10. Next, I have Sinister from Cosmic Beauty. This was the Halloween release last year. So this is very red heavy, and then it's got some cooler tones, silver and then purples. It has this clear kind of gloss, eye gloss is what I think they call it. So I don't play with reds very much. The purples are pretty. I think I used the silvers to make a look. I do like the palette. It's not my favorite out of the ones that I've tried so far. Next we have the Rogue from Cosmetica. And this is that color story. I actually really do enjoy this palette. It's very pretty. I love the pastel blue and purple. The shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. Just something had to be higher than this, and there was a couple other things that I liked more. Next we have the Nomad release, which is this fun kind of pastel. It kind of reminds me more of spring than winter. The shimmers are really pretty. You can either go for a monochromatic look or you can mix it up and go all different types of ways with this. And of course the formula is always great. Next we have Cosmetica Wizard. I did really focus on trying my Cosmetica palettes that I got because it was the most that I received. I kind of went a little crazy and bought everything I could from them. Really love this. I love the pop of color, so it's not monochromatic. It blends beautifully, the pops of color and the shimmers. This was a really good palette. Next, I have the new Unearthly Cosmetics Thinking of You. I did recently upload a 2 looks 1 palette with this. Really love it. Definitely think it's worth the money. If you notice I changed my shirt, my daughter decided to spit up all over me, so. And then we have the Warlock from Cosmetica. Really love the fun pops of color, but you can still kind of make it neutral. This palette is so much fun. I really enjoyed this one. And then we have Monk from Cosmetica. This is one of my favorite color stories. Any palette with this color story is probably one of my favorites. It's got the darker version, the light versions, the pops of color that are fun. You can change it up. So even though it's monochromatic, you can still make different looks out of it. And then we have the Cosmic Beauty Muse palette. I love all of Cosmic Beauty's palettes. Their formula is like no other. I have yet to have like a failed or dud eyeshadow from them. Their shimmers are always beautiful. So, really enjoyed this. Can't wait to play with it some more. And then my number 1 palette out of these 10 that I've tried is the Cosmic Beauty Lovers palette. So it was their Valentine's Day release. I ended up making a blue look out of this, and I actually received several compliments on it. So you've got your pinks, you've got your neutrals, blues, and greens. This kind of might be similar to the Odin's Eye one. I won't be able to compare until I get it in, because I know Morgan Turner had a pink quad, a neutral quad, a purple quad, and I can't remember the last one. So I'm really interested to see these side by side. But this was my number one. I love how versatile it is. Great quality, easy to blend. Looks were absolutely beautiful. So that is everything, and if you want to see more rankings, make sure to stick around and check back in. Have a great day.